So in this video are 3 replays in the Tech Tree Tier 7 German medium tank, the Panther. It's a really good tank. They've done some small buffs to it and they put it on track, so that's why I decided to play it. I find it very similar to sort of the Poodle, Bretagne, the VK3002M variants down at Tier 6. So playing this tank, very much my sort of play style. I'd sum it up as a nice mobile medium. It's got some nice frontal armour. You can angle it and get bounces, and it's got quite a nice fast firing, fairly accurate gun, and they've buffed the alpha. So yeah, definitely worth grinding up now, I would say. It's a fun tank, as I said. If it's your play style, sort of these sort of fast mediums, yeah. Had a bit of a sixth sense moment there. I kind of felt like someone was going to blind fire me, so that's why I went back. And sure enough, they did try and blind fire. There's no artillery, and how that tank sort of retreated around. I don't think too many tanks went round this flank, so I'm just sitting here with the food pot, just waiting to see if anything comes out. I've noticed there's a medium that's pushed down the valley, so I'm just going to go back. It's a Cromwell B, so I'm kind of thinking it's going to be gone by the time I turn around, but I do want to help this heavy out. It's still there, so I think it probably thinks it can kill it one-on-one, but I'm not too sure if it's actually noticed me here at the moment. I'm going for the track, as you can see. Just wanted to track it in place, but don't, unfortunately. Get the one track, and now we've tracked it. And this is another thing the Panther can do, it can ram. I haven't got it set up for ramming. I don't have spool liner, don't have any skills to help the ramming. It is a very heavy tank. I don't ram often, as you've probably seen from most of my videos, you've seen some of my videos. But yeah, just ramming the 3002D. Essentially just to stop it getting around the back. As you can see, getting a couple of bounces off the front. It's just 45 health, so just shut that one down. So it is a really strong tank, I feel. I think a few people have said that the buffs were kind of pointless to the Panther, but I think it just helped a little bit. It is my play style. I did need some encouragement to sort of play it again after my initial few games with it, and especially it being on track, I thought, yeah, I'd play it. So yeah, mobile medium. I wouldn't say it's a sort of halt medium. As you can see, I'm kind of holding my own up here, taking on a few sort of different tanks, pushing the front lines quite nicely. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's a sniping type of tank. You can play it like that, but no issues, just kind of going in like this. Got behind the Slayer, really do not want that to turn around on me. Shut the Black Prince down. Got up to 5 kills now. Kind of thinking, trying to go for the Radleys, but doesn't happen. We do get the ace though in this game. This is an ace game, so up to 2,600 damage already. Bounced 740 damage, which is nice. And we've got this Stug 33B, the new sort of German TD sort of dirt line for the Sturmtiger. So we shut that one down. There's 4 tanks left, a couple of TDs up here, so thinking these are probably the target for me. They're the closest ones. We've got a heavy in support in the town. Not too sure how many shots it's got out through the different buildings, so I think the TDs are probably focused on that heavy. Get a nice shot in the ice, 152. Unfortunately miss the shot and move. Trying to angle, but it puts a big shot into me. get a shot into its lower plate, and it just reloads faster than I was anticipating. So unfortunately we finished that with 3,500 damage. The team gets the win. I get the MVP with 6 kills. So yeah, a really good game in Panther. Just a shame I underestimated the ISU 152 reloads. Got the ace tanker, got the top gun, got the high caliber. So yeah, as I said, can hold its own. Don't need to play it as a support tank. I suppose that is what it kind of is, but I think it's got enough armor on the front to really get in there. So the second game is on Malinovka. I intend to go up to sort of D6 area. I feel quite brave to do that. I've got the optics on this tank, so that does help with the view range. So I'm thinking I'll go and scout essentially. I feel like this E25 is going to hide in the bush, and I'm going to go and spot for it. Our light tank seems to be the only light tank on our team. Seems to just be going kind of a strange location. It looks like it's just going for the hill. The enemy light tank's going across here, but I feel like it's probably worth going, especially with just one light tank on each team and the amount of TDs on both teams. I'm thinking that this position probably will work, especially with no artillery. That's the big one. Got the MT25, that light tank. No concern really, to be honest, apart from spotting me. But yeah, we're just getting these all-time shots in. Hit the gun unfortunately, and zooms off. Seemed to pick up speed really fast there, but pop the food just to see, help with the view range really. E25 is in that bush, and push up and spot 3 TDs all around here, hoping that my allies can get some sort of shots in. I'm getting some assisted. I'm not too sure what that one is for, because I don't know if any of those TDs are actually getting hit. Push up, I just want to see if I can spot them again. Got the Slayer, really do not want to get hit by that. But yeah, we've got another TD here. Got the mediums. I feel like that VK31D is probably, I've got its attention, I would say. But this the Swedish TD is coming across now. I am by myself, but I do have support back behind me. That E25, really fast firing gun. I've got a medium up there as well. Got the Swedish TDs, it looked like it was just kind of hard aiming, and it seems to be just hard aiming over here. Just trying to keep me lit up as well, but I've got no intention really of sort of YOLOing it. Feel like I'm in a good position. Getting some nice assisted now, up to sort of 1900 assisted. There's no reason to YOLO it. I don't think that the TD is doing anything. It just seems to be focused on me. It's not putting shots into me, it's just aiming at me. It's not firing at my allies. So yeah, it's still there. Not too sure what it's doing really, to be honest. Again, it's just focused over towards me, and not doing anything. It does in a minute. I think it just gets frustrated. This is the thing, sometimes, I've said it in a few of my videos, one of the tactics that you can do is just bore people. I know it sounds a bit silly, but I think that tank, that person just got bored. It felt like it couldn't do anything with me here. It wanted to obviously camp the bush, and I was lighting it up every time, and it was just hard aiming me, and I think it just got bored. So yeah, we take that one out. This is a really good spot for D6, so hopefully this has shown that you can have a really good game if you play it well. So I saw that there was hardly any light tanks, only one light tank on each team. Saw the amount of TDs that were around, so feeling that a few would try and camp these bushes, and we got some TDs in support behind, and yeah, we had had a really good game. 4,000 combined. In tier 7's not too bad. We are capping though. I mean, look at that, 4 of them, and the enemy's on 67 health. Yeah, not too sure. You know, 14-1, and you've got 4 people capping. But there we go. Get the MVP on that one. Just a 1 kill, but the amount of assisted damage really was quite high for that one. Really good spot on Mali, as long as you've got the support behind you. Yeah, that's the key with that spot. Last game, this is the first night game. It's on Progorovka. I'm kind of spawned sort of on this flank, kind of by myself. So I'm thinking I'm going to head towards where I usually go anyway. I was contemplating going down the 1-2 line just to take have a bit of a head start against the enemy team. But I decided against it really. I don't really want to go down the 1-2 line. Never really works well. Got the light tank coming up here doing light tank things, which it should do. There's only 1 artillery. I'm trying to use this slope. I don't know what it is. I think slopes, when you're on a slope, I think it just messes up the artillery's aim. They tend to sort of fire over you if they do miss. So that's the one thing I always usually try and do. But it looks like the enemy are actually pushing the ridge quite well. Our heavies, they're either pushing the hill or camping at the back. We've got heavies behind TDs, which is always disheartening to see on your team. And especially when the enemy team are actually pushing the central ridge quite well. I've got the Oni very bravely coming up here. It's in a good position. I know where our artillery is. That rock is probably keeping it fairly safe from our artillery. And that's the thing. Artillery takes a shot. I need to be here. Without me here, I think at least one of these would probably just roll over the top. And also I'm getting the assisted, or trying to at least, but artillery really is focused on me now. Most of the time I just don't care if artillery's focused me. They need to rely on luck. It's annoying playing Cold War. The artillery isn't there. You know, it's just one of those things really. Just lucky that there's one of them. But we're up to sort of almost 900 combined, so not the world's best start, but there's still 14 enemy tanks left, so plenty of time. Got quite fairly lucky with that artillery shell, not too sure what it was. Didn't take too much damage off, thankfully. And then I say that and it hits me again. So yeah, just checking what it is. Yeah, I'm not too sure what my team are doing now. As I said, we've got heavies behind TDs. I think we've got a heavy on the base that's just not playing. We've got TD up in A0, and we've got the enemy team that are just coming down the 1-2 line. I'm trying to light them up, but it doesn't look like my allies are actually shooting at them. Now they're finally getting shots in. Again, I'm not too sure why you'd camp back there without sort of making sure you've got a firing angle. Not too sure, to be honest. Don't know. So still in this position, take a big hit from the Oni, but it's overextended. I auto aim like a. Luckily, ally puts a shot in as well to it and shuts it down. So we're on 44 health now. Not too sure on the alpha of the Oni, but feel quite lucky to still be in the game. Artillery seems to be hitting our campers, but there's still spotting tanks up. Quite surprised I fired there, didn't get spotted until that light tank came over the ridge. The two heavies that went hill haven't really pushed the hill, but somehow we're winning 12-7. Got 2.5 assisted now, 1100 damage, so looking a good game now. Fairly happy with that for a tier 7 medium. But now we've got the heavy is pushing and gets shut down. So unfortunately, I know that's why a lot of players do camp, because they'll just get hit by artillery like that if they do anything bold. Got this dreadnought. I think that is the one that keeps spotting me each time, or I'm not too sure if it's this TD. I think, if I remember correctly, those two were platoons. Want to get away. I think with that medium there stationary, I think that's going to be a big target for artillery, so I do want to stay away from him. Artillery seems to be focused on heavies over on the other side. This light tank, feeling it's going to go though, and Ally shuts it down thankfully. So that was the last light tank gone. Just got sort of 3 TDs and the dreadnought and the artillery. Looks like the enemy have actually pushed the hill. Obviously, the 2 heavies on our team that went across didn't go up the hill. The TD over and sort of now it's pushed to B0. Finally got a shot in, so it looks like it got the kill. But yeah, just carry on moving. I'm thinking at this point we'll get an artillery shot going in. So thinking now is the point to go over the ridge. Dreadnought takes a shot at me. At that point it is kind of luck, but the Dreadnought's got such a long aim time and is very inaccurate that I felt fairly confident that it would miss. I have managed to shoot a light tank going full speed with a Dreadnought in the sort of the opposite direction. So yeah, it is possible. But we've just got the artillery left, the one that was focusing me, the one that has taken most of my health off. Yeah, just want revenge on it really. Feel like I'm going to get there first, but unfortunately it's just the other side of the ridge. I don't have a shot. Puts a shot into the Panther, but the Panther shuts it down. So yeah, unfortunately that video was it just showed why heavies camp, because as soon as that heavy moved up to take sort of any sort of forward position, it got deleted by artillery unfortunately. But only a second class on that one. Got a nice spot of ribbon though. And yeah, the first mark of excellence. So I don't think I'll try and free mark the Panther. I tend to, when I unlock the next tier up, I tend to try and move up the tier. But yeah, very pleased to be able to mark the Panther.